Hi guys, I'm here. A large coffee mug. So you probably noticed, you most likely have noticed I have not done an update for probably 2 months. I don't know, well over a month. And that's because something really, really bad happened in my life. And I'm just now kind of coming to terms with it. I had just done a vlog to say everything, and then I said at the end of it, you know, this is what I'm worried about, and I said, but thank God, because it can always get worse. And that very next day it sure did get 100 times worse. And I don't know even how I coped or survived or functioned for the past 2 months. But it happened on August 8th, and I'm not going to talk about it because it's, you know, not all mine to talk about, but I have to put my makeup on, so you're going to get a little show and tell. I don't know. It was bad. That's all I can really say about it. I don't want to use you as a mirror. Don't you hate it when people look at the viewfinder while they're talking to you? It makes you feel like they're talking to themselves, even though I literally am until I upload this. Anyway, I was already dealing with depression. And then I had lost, you know, I'm on a weight loss journey, so I have lost a lot of weight this past year. Probably a year and 4 months now, I don't know. I'm not really sure when I started. I'd have to go back to my other channel to figure that out, but it's been a lot of weight in a relatively short amount of time. And the reason, like, this all started probably like a day before I water fasted. I water fasted because of it, because I was going through some stuff. And basically, when I go through things, I have to go through it alone, because nobody really understands what I'm going through. I reached out to one person, one YouTuber, to talk to them, and I told them some very personal things. This person has a lot in common with me, and I thought that, you know, she could help me. And basically, when I told her that, that was the end of our conversation. So I was like, okay, I'm literally not getting support from people who are like me, who have a lot in common with me. Just I'm not getting any support from outside. So I had to bring my troubles to my husband, which I didn't want to do. However, it was probably one of the best things that I did, because we have been doing therapy together, not with anybody else, just me and him. And it's been really, really good. And this all happened at, like, if anything bad can happen, it happened at the best time, because my husband was actually off of work for almost a month. He was working less than he was off. Yeah, I'm dyslexic. So basically that, it was good timing for me to have a nervous breakdown. Basically, I have been betrayed for the past 5 years by a very good friend. And they decided to tell me what they did to me. And I had to struggle with figuring out who I was, if that person could do that to me for 5 years and lie the whole time. So I don't think I've ever talked about this person. Maybe in passing, but I never like mentioned their name or told you who they were or anything, but anyway, that is a lot of drama that I didn't want to bring to the channel. And I am thinking that you have noticed everybody always uses the phone right here in their car, right here. Always. We always hear people yelling at each other and everything right here in the front yard. Anyway, you have probably noticed within the past 2 months that I have not shared anything. I've not really sat down and talked to the camera at all, because I had to really kind of just figure out who I was. If I could not see my friend doing this to me, and wonder, like, it seems like every friend that I've ever had has betrayed me in some way. And it's just like, why would you do that? You know, it, like, what about me makes people do that? And this is a friend that I've had since I was 4 or something. So it has nothing to do with my family. And honestly, it has nothing to do with me. It's them, and everything that they did is on them. So it's unfortunate that you know, I think that I have a good judge of character, but it's unfortunate that I in actuality don't. Because I didn't see it coming. I hate to talk in riddles, but it's so bad to me that I didn't want to talk about it, and I still really don't want to go into detail about it. But it's almost embarrassing that I let somebody betray me like that. That I let them do that. I didn't do anything, it was them. And I keep thinking, oh, it's my fault, you know, because I let them in my life, but it's not my fault. Anyway, not only did I reach out for help because I was really struggling a couple of months ago, and I didn't want to bother my husband because his job is stressful and we're trying to move to America and we have a lot going on. But you know what? It was probably the best thing for me and my husband, because he's helped me. Like, I don't want to use food again to cope with my depression and my problems. And at this point, I've never like been smaller than this, really. Like maybe 10 pounds. Cat, open the door. Like maybe 10 pounds smaller than this in my adult life, right? So this is always the point where I stop losing weight and I'm done. And I don't finish it. I don't go any further. I can see what my body's gonna look like in 60 pounds, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be thin, I just want to lose 60 more pounds. That's my goal. And to me, like, I'm already doing things that I wasn't doing before. But when you lose weight, it's like peeling back an onion, and you have to deal with all of those layers. And if you don't deal with those layers, you'll gain the weight back. Psychologically, you will eat again, and you will be hungry again, and you will sabotage yourself, basically. And I am definitely a self-sabotager. And Anglais? Somebody speaking English? Anyway, I'm gonna get ready today and actually film, and maybe even do a weight loss update. I don't know. I haven't done anything on my weight loss channel for a couple of months too. This all kind of went down like right after that. My fat chin. Anyway, I'm having body issues as well. Love hearing your conversations. Rafael! Make Rafael look at him. Make him nervous.
Yeah?
Go make that guy nervous.
Hey!
They're playing outside. Yeah, look at him like you're angry.
Right now.
What are you doing? I have this palette that doesn't have any glass in it. And I have this palette which has a big mirror in it. Is he looking at you? Well, how are you making him nervous if he's not looking?
If you just yell at him,
I
and then
employ
he'll
my
look at
children
me, and
to
then
make
he'll
people
just
on the
drive
street
away.
nervous.
What?
Is he driving away?
No.
Oh.
Even though I want to ride my bike.
You can go ride your bike. You can move my bike over a little bit. Anyway. I can't see because the sun is moving. This is probably really bad. Hi, we're up close and personal. You can see me put my makeup on real close. So I want to start talking more open than I have been. Because basically I've been MIA from all of the vlogs. And I didn't know that maybe that's why a lot of people are very informal in their vlogs. Because they've been hurt and betrayed. And they're just over it. And there was a couple of times where I was like, why am I doing this? You know? Why am I opening myself up to get betrayed? Basically. And used. And is that too dark? I got neighbors there too. You can never be alone in Israel, and that's why I said, like, I go outside and I have interactions with people even though I'm in my own yard. I don't like it. I want to go outside and be alone. And that's what Florida's going to do for me. And Hadar came home last night and he said something like, I love how Israel is like one big community and you know everybody, but in America he just feels safe that like he can go somewhere and nobody talks to him and nobody knows him and nobody's trying to start a conversation with him. But I was like, more people in the States know you than they do in Israel, so yeah. Especially in Florida, because we have a lot of Florida viewers, so I'm expecting him to get recognized when he's out in public and us when we're out in public. So it's going to be a different kind of thing, different kind of life, but we're going to live as privately as possible. I've already met one person that watched our vlogs every day, and that was so surreal and just odd because I didn't know anything about her or her family, and she knew everything about mine. You okay? So that was probably what, and she cried, and then she made me cry, and we were just both crying, and oh, you hurt your toe? Are you okay? Oh, on your bike? Okay. Abigail's riding her little wooden bike. So let me change the scenery here, and I'll get right back with you about an update from America. Okay, I'm inside now, and I wanted to, oh Lord, I downloaded a YouTube video downloader because mine is not free anymore, and this one has a lot of spam on it. So get through the spam and then read you the email my mom sent 2 days ago. We went over to the land and put a little grass seed in a small area. It started to come up in about a week, so I put some more down. There is a lot of deer that goes on the land, so they may eat it all up. We also planted 2 magnolia trees along. Hello, I'm doing the vlog. I'm doing the Patreon video. Hold on a minute, okay? All right, they're playing inside now. 2 magnolia trees along either side of the driveway. Hope the deer don't eat them. We're going to wait till the well and septic are put in before doing more. We still have more trees to cut, stumps to take out, and still some clearing to do. But as far as being clear for a mobile home, it is ready. Don't believe any of the rest of the trees will fall and hit it when you set something on the land. Love you. So, it's ready. We're going to find out for sure the next time I do the update. We will know when and how long he has to sign for. Okay, somebody has a chainsaw right now. Interesting. Okay, so I plan to be more open with you now that I have dealt with my stuff and other people's stuff. And I'm learning how to function as a different person. Things that have changed me. You don't like that?
Come and eat.
You don't like that? It's just a chainsaw. Go with brother.
When we're done eating, Mommy's going to be done also.
Yes. So, say goodbye to Patreon.
Goodbye, Patreon. Goodbye, Patreon. Make sure your kids are being good today.
Yeah.
She's going to turn on the TV. Are you done?
This was just like an update to let you know that we are moving forward. We are moving. Definitely moving to America. Definitely within the next few months. Oh, a big update. What are we waiting on? Basically right now we're waiting on our appointment at the consulate because we can't, I mean we can go over there right now, but it would be silly to go over there right now and not have a paper in our hand saying that Hadar is legal and he can stay there for the next 10 years without having to go back to Israel for any reason because he doesn't have paperwork, yada yada. We turned in something like, it was either 71 or 74 pages of an application, and that was step 6, and that was the last step before the interview. So what happens next? We have an interview, and before that interview, Hadar has to go to one of the approved doctors to get a medical exam. He has to bring in his medical exam, some x-rays. He's got to get tests for tuberculosis and syphilis, and he has to get the chest x-ray, so he has to bring in all that. He has to bring in his vaccine record, and if it's not up to date, which it is because he's already been to America twice, once in 2016, once in 2017 for work. So he has, so he's, like, if he got a job with Lockheed Martin, which is what we're praying for, then everything will be good, and he would be able to go to America right now because they would sponsor him. They would be his thing. You know what I mean? Why we had to turn in so much paperwork was I can't be a sponsor because I don't make enough money. We live in poverty with my income. So my mom had to be our co-sponsor. Like I am the sponsor and my mom is a joint sponsor or a co-sponsor, something like that, technical, whatever. And my dad, because she doesn't make enough money, my dad was like the next guy in the family that we're like pooling our money together to get enough to where we're out of the poverty line, because apparently if you're poor, they don't want you in America. We can live on what I make for now. When we go over there, like, we'll be able to have our basic needs met, and that's really all that, like, Hadar is expecting, just to have basic needs met, a house, food, air conditioner, basic needs. We're not going to have a car yet, but we'll have to pay for car insurance. My mom is going to let us use her car. You know, we're going to have basic needs met, basic, very basic. So we're good for that, but the government says you need to have this much, and we have this much, so we did have to add my mom and my dad. And plus they have the house, and we don't have the house. We have land, but that means nothing to the government because we can't live on it, because it has no cell phone. It has no water, it has no electric, and it has no septic tank. So it's just basically land, and we can't squat on our land because that's illegal. We can't have an RV on our land because that, well, you can't do that. You can't live in an RV. Did you know that, by the way? You can't live in an RV? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I wanted this video to just tell you right now that I am back, and I will be doing updates from now on, and there are more updates. As we will know them, there are more updates ahead. And so far what we know is they have our packet. It hasn't been approved yet. When it's approved, they will send our packet. Isn't that weird? We send it to America. They will send our packet back here to Israel. It will go to the consulate, the U.S. consulate in Jerusalem. Jerusalem will give us an appointment for us to come and do an interview there. I don't know if they interview me, but they'll interview Hadar. And he has to bring all the paperwork. And then after that, from everything I've read online, because I joined a forum of people where they give the timeline of what they do in their forum posts. And from everything that I've read online, after that appointment, it's like within 3 months, they're in their country. So if we got an appointment tomorrow, we don't have an appointment yet, but if we had an appointment tomorrow, we could be in America in 3 months. So that is really very exciting to us. And as soon as we sent that packet in, it was just like a huge weight off of our shoulders, because there was so much paperwork, and it was so, like, we weren't procrastinating, but we were so daunted by it and overwhelmed. We were both overwhelmed by it. And we didn't want to send it in because you have to pay money before you send in your packet. We didn't want to send it in and then have to resend it and then send in more money for it. So it was just, that was a lot of stress. And another update about our YouTube channel, we're going to hopefully put it in someone else's name. I don't know if we're going to put it in Zeb's name or whose name we're going to put it in, but we're going to transfer ownership of it and hopefully get approved for AdSense so we can make money from YouTube. And the reason why we're doing this is because the CPC, which is cost per click in Israel, is nothing. And apparently I have been getting paid for my YouTube videos about 1/10 of what people in America are getting paid, which has really been stressing me out as well, because when we get there, we're going to have to transfer it over so we can get, like, the proper amount that everybody else is getting. I don't know why that it's even like that, but India is even worse than Israel. So people who make videos in India are making even less money than I am, which is amazing to me. Somebody told me that somebody with the same amount of views, I'm not going to shout out their name, but they said in a video that they are making this amount of money, and we are nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. And if I am below poverty with my income, you know that we are nowhere near that. Like, she's making $10,000 a month. And this is without sponsors. This is just with YouTube. And we are making nowhere near that, even with my 2 jobs. Even with Hadar's job and my 2 jobs, we are making nowhere near that. Like, that's insane. And they couldn't figure out why we were so poor. We're not poor, but we're not making $10,000 a month. That's for sure. And if we were, we would probably already have, like, a brand new built house on the land. Like, I can't even fathom making $10,000 a month. That's insane. Anyway, that, when I heard that, I was like, because I was talking to another girl who has the same amount of views per day as I do with 4 channels. This is what I make with 4 channels, okay? She was like, yeah, I get 60 CPC. And I said, are you kidding me? Because I get 2 to 3. My best month ever was 5. And I'm getting 2 to 3. She's getting 6D. So yeah, when we get to America, we're going to transfer that over and hope that, you know, having a AdSense account in America will change things for our channel. Because what? Like, what? Anyway, I had always wondered, like, how are these people affording to go get a brand new house, go get a brand new car, and they have less views than I do, so I didn't understand that.
I drew you shapes in a house with a heart.
Wow.
From all of them at once. I cut scissors.
You did. You helped brother with the scissors?
No, she didn't. She just cut her own.
Yeah, I know.
And I cut my own.
Yeah, she's got her own scissors.
Off. Oh,
okay,
no.
Oh, no. Abigail, hold
on.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Okay. Well,
just get off the paper.
He's got a house with a heart. And this is our house in America. This is our pool in America.
No, that's a rectangle.
Oh, okay. Here's our hot tub.
No, it's a rectangle.
I'm gonna go ahead and go for now because this is a super long video that I have to edit for you guys. Hopefully it's not gonna bore you to death. But I'm gonna be more open and make more videos for you to update you. And I'm sorry that I have been away so long, but I'm just getting into a good place after 2 months. So, I'll talk to you later, and thank you guys for sticking around with us.
A heart is a shape. That's why I drew a heart next to a house.
Okay. All right, bye.
I always draw hearts for Mommy.
Hearts for Mommy.
Hearts for
I'm
Mommy.
going to draw pictures every day. Every Sunday, and Monday, and Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday. And Saturday.
Okay, bye guys.